We are unbelievably lucky, and I think every Australian's probably heard of CSL. They have a great vaccine business. They produce lots and lots of flu vaccine, and they were the ones who produced...
G'day there. Well, sorry to interrupt. You're watching this lady talking on 7:30 report on the Australian Broadcasting Corporation TV. Now, I have to interrupt because what we've just heard is that every Australian has heard about this company, CSL. CSL are a Melbourne-based manufacturer of vaccines and blood products. And they're in the news at the moment because there's talk that CSL will be the manufacturer of this proposed mandatory COVID-19 vaccine. Now, the lady said that everyone in Australia had heard of CSL, but I disagree with that. I'm not sure that many Australians have heard of CSL, and I'm not sure that many Australians would be happy if they did hear properly about CSL, not that the 7:30 report will ever tell you the truth about CSL. You see, the ABC have basically stopped tainted blood victims, victims of CSL products, from ever appearing on their station. We've asked the ABC for 30 years to investigate the tainted blood scandal, and they never have. We've asked the 7:30 report, would you have some of CSL's victims on? Earlier this year, they said they'd at least listen to some of CSL's victims. So the guy who's running our haemophilia campaign, a mate of mine called Greg Ball, bloody excellent bloke. At the time, unfortunately, Greg, as a result of receiving a contaminated CSL product, ended up with liver and bowel cancer. And so he was offered palliative care. And so I said, Greg, would you like to speak to 7:30 report? And maybe they might be able to share your story with other Australians so that we might be able to get, a legal inquiry into these CSL products, which have killed 1,400 Australians. And we think 1,400 Australians are deserving of a legal inquiry, And the 7:30 report, Greg wrote in, and do you think he ever heard back from them? No, we couldn't believe it. They just ditched us. And now we have this woman on 7:30 report talking about how fantastic, how lucky we are to have this CSL and how every Australian's heard of CSL. Really? Every Australian's heard about how this company basically infected 1,750 haemophilia patients with a treatment that many of them didn't even need to survive. And they ended up with AIDS and Hep C. And as I said, we've had 1,400 of them dead. No. We need to have an investigation here into CSL. And certainly my advice to anyone who's kind enough to tune into my message is please, at the very least, I think we should walk before we run. And why I say that is I think CSL should answer some questions and give us some answers. What went wrong with their other previous products? And why should we have any confidence that Australians who are going to looks to be forcibly injected with their CSL COVID-19 vaccine, why should they not have concerns? Thank you very much for your time. My name is Charles Mackenzie, and if you'd like to send me a message and have a chat, I'd be happy to discuss this with you further. Thank you.